Well, hey there, everybody. Holly from Start Point Media Group. Thanks for joining me today. In this video, I want to talk to you all about how to prepare for a vendor fair. We are coming into Q4, which means we have Christmas, we have the holidays, which means there's also going to be a ton of vendor fairs for your business to actually get out and start making some sales. So what I wanted to do is I have the next 3 days, we're going to be covering a bunch of different things when it comes to how to make your vendor fair a success. So today I want to talk to you specifically about how you can market and promote your business before, during, and after your upcoming vendor fair. So first of all, let's talk about beforehand, okay? One thing that I want you to remember is there is a ton of exposure for vendor fairs on Facebook. So what does that look like? A lot of times, any vendor fair that they have out there, their chances are there's going to be a Facebook event page, and whoever's creating the vendor fair, chances are they've done it. Now, if they haven't, you can definitely create an event page specifically for the vendor fair, but you always want to hop on the bandwagon when it comes to the Facebook event page. And here's why. When you have, when the organizer of the fair creates a Facebook event page, they can promote it with people inside their communities. They can boost the post, so then they can pay for advertising to promote that vendor fair. So when we're using the event page, we're able to get out in front of more people when it comes to promotion wise. So the first thing I want you to do is, whenever you sign up for a vendor fair, ask them if they have a Facebook event page, and then ask if you can be a co-host to that page. Now, generally speaking, they would allow that for all the vendors. There's one particular customer that I help. When she has vendor fairs, she allows all of the people that are going to be vendors in that fair to be a co-host, so then they can promote their products inside the event page. And since she runs that event page, and since she set it up, she can promote it on behalf of all of the vendors. So I want you to ask whoever has created that vendor event page. I want you to ask if you can be a co-host. Second, if you are a co-host, I want you to start promoting your products and services on that event page. You can do posts, and if the person in charge of the event has set it up correctly, they allow you to do that. And what I want you to do is, I want you to warm up your audience. The people that have expressed interest in that event on Facebook, they're going to see the post that you have created. So I want you to share some tips, some tricks, talk about your specials, talk about the coupons or the promotions that you're going to offer once the fair does go live. I want you to use that for your advantage, because remember, if the organizer starts boosting that towards the people in that particular area, then all of your posts are going to show on there. And I know there's a lot of vendors out there that don't even utilize this. So if you start utilizing it, chances are you're going to get in front of more people, and it's just going to be a benefit to your business. The second thing I want you to do is, I want you to promote this vendor fair, whichever ones that you're going to be going to. I want you to promote it like crazy on your Facebook business page. So I always tell business owners, you need to have a business page to set up for Facebook. You can promote a few things on your Facebook page, but you're violating terms of service when you promote business on a personal Facebook page. So that's what I want you to do, have a business page. But I want you to share the event to your Facebook page, so that it can get in front of all of the audience that you have created in your business as well. Okay, so that's what you can do before the vendor fair. What I want you to consider during the vendor fair is a couple things. I want you to consider having some sort of attention grabbers. And the example that I always like to use is, I had heard on a podcast a while ago, the people that created Elf on the Shelf, if you're familiar with Elf on the Shelf. And what they did when they were first starting out was they would have these little glow in the dark bracelets, these little light up bracelets. And what they would do is, they realized a lot of their demographic that was coming to the vendor fairs, and the people they wanted to sell, obviously, was to parents with children. Well, how many times do you see kiddos and strollers being pushed around a vendor fair? So what they did is they used these light up bracelets to put on these kiddos. So there was two of them. So whenever two owners of this business, so whenever a customer came into the booth and it was a mom with a child, one person would get the kiddo set up with their bracelet, and then the other one would talk to the mom while the child was being distracted about Elf on the Shelf and the product. And so then what happened was, as they were kind of working both ends, they were keeping the kiddo occupied, but then they were also sharing the value of their product to their demographic, the mom. Okay. So then it went beyond that. Is after this mom left, the kiddo had a nice little bracelet and was walking around with it. Well, wouldn't you know, there's a bunch of other kids that saw the glow in the dark bracelets and wanted to know how to get them. So the mom and the child were quick to promote the business and the booth by sending them back to the Elf on the Shelf booth. So I want you to think about, what can you do that is an attention grabber, that you can do something similar to that. It could be a jingle bell bracelet. It can be something like a clear bag. I've seen a lot of people do this where they have a physical product, and when they have a clear bag, then their customers are walking around with it and people can see exactly what's inside the bag. So then that's a way of promoting them as well. So I want you to think of things outside the box of how you can promote things outside of the booth that your customers can do without them even knowing it. I'm actually working with a customer. They have a booth at the Iowa State Fair, and they're actually taking some of their toys and their products that they sell outside the building, and they're actually having some kids play with them outside. So then if people ask where they got it from, they can easily say, well, we got them at this booth over inside the grandstand. So think about ways that you can do that to encourage people to just kind of see what you're doing and promote outside of the booth as well. Just some simple attention grabbers. I also want you, when people come to your booth, I want you to encourage them to like your social media pages. That can be your Instagram, your Facebook account. I want you to have things laid out so people know how to follow you on social media. It can be on a receipt or something like that. We want people to connect with your business on social media while they're here in your booth, because then that way that your products and services are going to show up on their news feeds after they leave. We don't want them to just come in, buy a product and leave and not remember you. We want them to have a way to connect with you on a different level. So get people to like your social media pages. Next, I want you to consider a giveaway. And when I talk about giveaways or a coupon or something, I want you to consider something that has a monetary value of $10 or more. We don't want to give little tchotchkes away or anything like that. But if you can give a value of a giveaway where you can get people to put their name in a hat, get their email address, all that kind of stuff. If we can get that and then you register them for a drawing, well, then that's an opportunity for you to A, get their information, their contact information, and B, they're getting one of your products, so then they can love it and share it on social media, right? So then the other thing that you want to do when it comes to that is, when you do your giveaways, you want to take pictures, right, of the people that won the prizes, or you want to take pictures of people as they're visiting your booth. You always want to make sure that you showcase while you're there. You want to take pictures while you're there inside your booth, while you're live. So that way people can see, hey, they have a great following. People are coming to visit with them. I want to go. It creates that FOMO, the fear of missing out. And so the more promotion that you do on your business page by taking pictures during the event and showing how, if kids are having fun playing with the toys, or you gave away a product to a particular person, take a picture of it. The more people you can incorporate into any type of social media post, the better, because chances are people will see it more. Especially if it was somebody that won a prize, and you take a picture of them and you post it on social media, their chances are they're probably going to go back and look at it, because we like to see ourselves on social media. They're going to like it. They're going to share it with their friends, and then the algorithm is going to do the best for us, and they're going to show it to their friends too, right? So that's what I want you to do. I want you to take pictures. Another thing I want you to do during the fair is I want you to go live. We always get nervous to go live on Facebook or Instagram, but going live while you're there, it's like a news organization. When you show up and when the news media shows up and they're going live, there's a sense of excitement that comes out of it. So when you do a live video during the fair, Not only does it create excitement for people that aren't there, but it also you can get your customers involved, and then they can smile, and then they can share what they're doing, or you can share the promotion products that you're giving or the giveaway that you're offering. So there's lots of different ways that you can promote on social media during the booth. And don't forget to gather those emails. When I told you to get those, if you have drawing slips, have people fill it out, put their contact information, get their email, so then they can get added onto your email list as well. Those are really important things to do during the fair. Okay, so now let's talk about after the fair. Okay, what I want you to do after the fair is I want you to post pictures. Maybe you were busy and you couldn't take, you took pictures, but you didn't have time to post them. Well, I want you to post pictures after your event as well. That way people can still be like, oh, I remember going to that booth, or I remember getting that one particular product. And when you are posting pictures, you're basically bringing people back to the fun that they had. So most of the time people go with their friends. There's a few people that go by themselves, but for the most part, people go with friends or family. And when you post pictures of friends or family on your business page, people are more likely to engage. Remember, social media is all about engagement and connecting with our customers. So I want to make sure that you remember, the more people you can showcase in your pictures before, during, after, those are always going to be game changers for your business, and they're going to help promote it at a different level. Okay, the next thing I want you to do after the fair is I want you to showcase pictures of products that were sold out. Not only that, I want you to tell people when they're going to be restocked. Chances are you probably got rid of a lot of things, or there was a particular product that was really popular. I want you to promote that. I want you to talk about it. Why was it so important? Why did people really find that they wanted to buy that one over another product? I want you to share customer experiences as far as, well, we didn't expect this one to go this way, but there's a lot of people out there that are struggling with organization. So that's why these little cubbies were super helpful for our customers. Think of stories of why customers bought the product that they did. And then the more that you create those stories, the more people are going to relate to those. So think about the product that you sold that was the most popular. If it went out of stock, tell people when it's going to be in stock and how they can buy it. So that's really important as well. And then the final thing I want you to do after the fair is take all those emails and put them into your email list provider. So if you remember, I don't want you sending them from your Gmail account. I want you uploading it into a third-party email website. You can do like MailChimp or a ConvertKit or something like that, but I want you to make sure you use those emails that you got from your vendor fair and send out emails, a weekly email of products and services, promotions that you have. I want you to be showing up to your customers, so that way you're connecting with them beyond the fair. So then that way you have built a relationship with them. Then they can come to your store, they can visit you online, or they can connect with you at the next vendor fair that you're going to be at. So those are your tips for today on what to do before, during, and after. Now join me tomorrow, and I'm going to talk to you all about the presentation that'll make you stand out in the crowd.